Well, we could not have played better basketball than we did in the first half. That was a spectacular display. And in the second half, 7 straight times in a row, we were in the wrong defense, running down and gave up easy baskets. And that's a sign of fatigue from 3 days mentally and physically. We were sharp on offensively, screening, moving, cutting, and we were literally walking around, didn't even get a break, walking around the second half, and that's because of fatigue mentally. And this loss is all me, not the players. It's all me. Because there's no way you can play 3 days in a row and have Donovan play 36 and 34, and the reason they're in the wrong defense is because they're tired, mentally and physically. So I've got to take this loss. I've got to get some confidence in our bench somehow and play David Levitch and play Ryan McMahon and not play these guys on the third night, 36 and 34 minutes. I've got such confidence in them, but when you're in the wrong defense and you're walking around on offense, missing screens so the guy has 2 steals in crucial parts, that's fatigue. These guys are too good to do that, and they was razor sharp in the first half with their cutting and screening, and they literally walked through every play in the second half. So they were tired, and these 2 guys in particular were fatigued because it's the third game in 3 nights. And unfortunately, we're not very deep right now because of our 2 scholarship limitations, and I've got to use David Levitch and Ryan McMahon more. So this loss is on me. Yeah. Yeah, we played so hard in the first half. It took a lot out of us 3 nights in a row. We had an overtime game, and then we had a very tough game. And tonight we're pressing in the third night. It's the only way we could win is to try and pressure them because in the half court they're going to beat us. And we did a remarkable job. And if I would have played, if Donovan plays 8 less minutes, he wouldn't have walked around in the second half, be in the wrong defense. Dang wouldn't have been in the wrong defense. Q wouldn't have been in the wrong defense. So I've got confidence in VJ King. I just don't have a whole lot of confidence as to backing up these 2 guys. And I've got to get it because you can't play this style and walk around like that.
Rick, what did you say to the guys after the game?
I just said, look, we're going to have a lot of games like this, and some we're going to win, and others we're going to lose. And you got to realize why we lost. And I said, look, I lost this game because I'm afraid to substitute. And I can't be. I said, we walked around, didn't have a fast break. We weren't the same team. And it's obvious. 3 games in 3 nights is difficult, especially from an inexperienced team. I mean, we came down and gave up a layup on the right-hand side. We were supposed to be in a zone. We played man. That happened 7 out of 8 times. These guys are way too smart for that. So, you know, it's my fault that we lost this championship. It's bitter. But that being said, we'll learn from it, and I'll learn from it as a coach to play these guys, whether I think they're good enough or not.
Yeah, you know, it's tough to admit that you're tired, but at the end of the day, you know, we just didn't make plays at the right time. You know, we let the guard get 2 quick steals to turn the game around, let King get 2 open threes. You know, and both of those were on me, and I take exception. That's completely my fault. You know, it's just being lazy. You know, we can't have that, especially like Coach said, we're an experienced team and playing in 3 rough games. You know, it's tough, but you gotta suck it up, and you can't do anything about it, and that's all.
Coach, how do you not let this kind of become a thing that affects confidence when you blow a big lead like that and move forward?
Well, I told them at halftime, I said, look at Michigan State. They were up 18, and the other team came back and had a chance to win. And I said, you know, but I saw it in their legs. I saw that anytime a team doesn't get in the right defense, the right press, you know it's mental and physical fatigue. You see it right away. But I didn't make the substitutions. You know, it's a compliment to these guys, but they're not supermen. You know, I've got to just put these guys in. If I don't think they're ready, it's only one way to see if they're ready is to play them. So I learned a lesson. You can't try and press 3 nights in a row. Well, we didn't press hardly the last 2, but you can't do what we want to do without substituting. And even though we're down 2 scholarships, I have a walk-on like David Levitch that I should play, and Ryan McMahon. I've got to play these guys. It's simple as that. Just got to play them. So it's my fault. I saw they were fatigued. I was just hoping that the timeouts could overcome it, but it didn't. And I just judge it. Watch, we were putting on a clinic offensively, getting rebounds, and then we literally walked and jogged on our offensive sets the whole last 15 minutes of the second half.
What's the tone to get back on the floor?
Well, he's got to outplay Ryan McMahon and David Levitch, and right now he hasn't.
Was that, on that last play, was that what you guys were looking for?
Yeah, we were trying to get Ryan a shot.
Do you think there's any benefit to having another big game coming up right away, or you guys can just turn it?
You know, this is a great group I'm coaching, and the fans back home are lucky. These guys give it all they can. We're just 2 scholarships short. Our bench is short. You know, we're continually getting in foul trouble, and we have nobody to put in at times. So, you know, like I said, I'm going to keep playing this way because I'm building it into next season. I'm not going to slow it down. I'm not going to slow it. You know, we're trying to play that way, and that's why sometimes their shooting is not as good because they're playing too many minutes. And these 2 guys are both excellent shooters, and I'm playing them too many minutes. They'll say, well, I want to play those minutes, but you can't go through 3 nights. Now, they could do it against Purdue. With 1 game, they could play 34, 36 minutes, but not 3 nights in a row.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you.